Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 143. We are back. Let's not waste any time. Jump right in, shall we? Now, for you guys, I think it's been a little bit of time since I posted Hardcore WoW. But for me, it's been quite a while. I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I played Hardcore WoW. I went on vacation, had some IRL stuff come up with me and my lady. Work has kind of been getting me, and then a couple other games that have come out recently that I've just wanted to play with my friends and not really record and put on the channel. So I've been busy, but we're back in Hardcore WoW. I'm also working on some characters just on the Era server, on regular vanilla. I've gone back and I've started working on some of my alts just in my spare time. Not recording them because it gives me something to do where I didn't feel like I had to kind of like talk and entertain. I could just like put on some music and chill for like an hour and level up a character or something. So working on some characters on Era. I don't think you guys wanted to see that or cared to see that, really is what I should say. But so I've kind of kept that for me, and we'll do hardcore on the channel and slowly, get all our characters up. That was the plan, at least. So but we're back on Hardcore WoW. We did hit 60, so the main journey is done, but we had a little bit to finish up with. We had the Eastern Plaguelands that we needed to finish up with, and Silithus, and that's it. I mean, other than that, a little bit in Ashara, but other than that, we've done like every quest in Classic WoW, and that's really, really cool. Minus the group quests and the dungeon quests and stuff like that, and I'm kind of working on that in the Era version of the game now that I've like made a new character there, and I'm inspired again. I'm gonna do every quest and do all of the attunement quests and consider getting into raiding again in the Era scene, even though it's been long cleared and many guilds are completely through Nax. Like, just something for me to do. I don't know. So, but let's head out to the Eastern Plaguelands. We need to kill 4 more Plague Hounds and then 5 Frenzied Plague Hounds. We also need a lot more Carrion Worm meat. I remember this one kind of sucked. I think this one I said I might want to farm off recording because it was so slow, but we'll see. We'll do a little bit of that. But kill Infiltrator. Hamia uses key on the Mound of Dirt. So I need Hamia's key, and then I also need to get 8 Path Striders, 8 Rangers, 8 Woodsmen, and a Kel'Thalas Registry. So I can't remember. Okay, there. This is where the Kel'Thalas Lodge is, I believe, and then Hamia is up here. We'll go back to Tyrion once we have all of those quests that he gave us complete, but I'm pretty sure he gave us Demon Dogs, Carrion Grubbage, and possibly Hamia's key / plea to get Hamia's key, but man, I'll tell you, it's getting cold in real life. Not in WoW, of course, but it's getting cold in real life. It's approaching December months now, and sweater weather, man. Holy, I'm just freezing. Ooh. Woke up 40 degrees, which to some of you that's not cold, but for me, I live in a beach town. I'm used to 80, 90 degree weather, sometimes 100 degree weather. So yeah, like a 40 degree morning comes in with some wind. Oh man, gets me right down to my bones. And it's mostly just in the hands, of course, right? Because why wouldn't it be, right? Gamer appendage. Thondoril River. So yeah, a lot of people have been coming back to hardcore for Ultra, and I've been looking at it and I considered it, but at the same time, I was like, it's not that much different from base hardcore for me to be interested enough into it. And I'm the kind of person that when I get into something, I kind of like, I I get excited and then I want to like be a completionist about it, and it's hard for me to set like realistic expectations for myself. So I'll be like, oh, we're gonna do hardcore, we're gonna do all the classes, and it's like, dude, do you know how much time that's gonna take? But then again, like WoW is like my favorite MMO of all time, specifically classic WoW. I haven't really kept up with retail, and I've considered with the look at Midnight and how much they're changing the game and the lore and stuff. I've considered like maybe trying to get back into it, but at the same time, I'm just so far gone with retail. I've missed the last like 4 expansions. I don't really know what's going on. I didn't play them. I didn't enjoy them. I was not happy with them, and it makes me just want to be like, screw it all, just stay classic. You know what I mean? But so yeah, I don't know. Ultra, if I was to play it, I'd want to like, what would I play? I'd want to play a rogue because that's my main class, but I just finished the rogue in regular hardcore, so it's like I would do 2 rogues back to back. No, and then it's like, well, I want to do a different class, and it's like, but then I'd only be able to say like, oh, I got the paladin to 60 in ultra hardcore, but not the rogue. Rogue's your main class. No, not technically. You know what I mean? Like it just irks me. So it's like I'd rather just play regular hardcore and continue with the quest of like, okay, we got the rogue done. And specifically with the rogue, we're going to have basically every quest done. And then after the rogue, now that he's like on the shelf and, kind of immortalized in the gear that he's in now, we're just kind of finishing up some final touches. Then I'll start working on the next class, which for us, it's going to be the druid on the alliance side. And then after the druid, we'll come back and we'll do probably the shaman. But what's nice about it now is I don't have this incentive to where I feel like I need to finish every quest. I only really wanted to do that on my main rogue. On the other classes, I'm going to kind of like jump around and just do like what's the fastest way to 60 and try and speed run there a little bit. And I think that'll be a little more interesting. On the alliance side, I'll probably, at least for the druid, still pay attention to the quests and try and do all the zones that we didn't do on the horde side to kind of learn the story of the alliance a little more too. But for the most part, I think I'm just going to speed through it a little faster than we did on the rogue. But all that yapping out of the way.
We have all been witness to terrible tragedies, but we must not let them drag us to despair. Instead, hold those memories close so that one day we might find a reckoning.
5 stacks of reckoning. Brother Carlin, you've come from the west. How fare the rest of Lordaeron? I know that Anderhall is lost, but has the scourge yet reached fair Tearsfall?
What is this book? The Annals of Darrowshire? That was my home before the war. My home before the battle that destroyed it. Why did you bring me this book? But look here. At the end there are pages that tell tales of the days beyond the battle. Here is a passage about me, and one about my brother Joseph. Is this book true? We must discover the truth.
I believe we read this book last time we played, because I think I remember reading the fate of all of these people. The Annals of Darrowshire. Darrowshire, named from the Darrowmere Lake to its west, is a village tucked into the southern foothills of Lordaeron, known for humble yet hardworking residents. Darrowshire stayed in the background of Lordaeron's history until the Second War. Heroes were made during that war, and heroes were lost. I'm pretty sure we read this, but let's just go ahead and read it again just to be safe. The Battle of Darrowshire. The Battle of Darrowshire took place in the middle of the Second War, when Scourge forces rampaged across Lordaeron. Darrowshire was cut off from the bulk of the Alliance forces, but the town was bolstered by a company of troops, a contingent of paladins of the Silver Hand, and a staunch group of local militia led by Captain Joseph Redpath. Man, I'm going to be honest, I cannot wait to play the paladin. After the rogue, as far as like WoW's fantasy specifically, the paladin is the coolest class to me. It was my original main back in TBC when I first played the game, like on my own account. I've talked about this many a time. I played a Blood Elf Paladin, didn't know what I was doing. I played Protection, mix of Protection Holy, but Really, really cool. The fantasy of the class is so fucking cool to me. I love it. I cannot wait to play our paladin. The Scourge's first assault on Darrowshire were sparse, small groups of marauding skeletons and corpses wandering the outskirts of the village, and were easily defeated. But the Scourge sensed the defenders' tenacity and responded in kind. Soon after the first wave of attacks, a second wave emerged. Champion ghouls, servants of the ghoul lord Horgus, screamed down from the hills and clashed with belligerent Darrowshire defenders. The defenders weakened, but were relieved by paladins, disciples of the Silver Hand. Their leader, Davil Crockford, was a native of Darrowshire. He brought his followers to the village when he heard of the impending attack, and together with the defenders, they held back the servants of Horgus. When Horgus himself entered the battle, he met with Davil. For many minutes they fought, and Davil eventually prevailed, but he suffered a mortal wound and died soon after defeating the Ghoul Lord. The battle continued, and Captain Redpath led his militia bravely, and it might have been won had the captain not been corrupted by the Death Knight Marduk the Black. In the middle of the fray, Marduk rode up to Redpath, and with black magic he tore loose Redpath's spirit, twisting it into an evil shadow of the brave captain. The corrupted Redpath then spread his evil taint among defenders of Darrowshire, who betrayed their allies and slaughtered them. They then turned on the town of Darrowshire and killed all who hid in their homes. The remaining Scourge army, along with the corrupted spirit of Captain Redpath, then left the ravaged village of Darrowshire and tore into Lordaeron, adding to the pain and death of the Second War. Damn, this is crazy. The fate of Horgus the Ravager. Horgus the Ravager fell at the Battle of Darrowshire, but the evil within him was not fully spent. The victorious Scourge forces removed his skull from the battlefield of Darrowshire, carrying it with them to sow dread among the living they faced. Days later, the company of Scourge who possessed the head were defeated by Silverhand paladins. Horgus's head was cast into Blackwood Lake. The fate of Marduk the Black. Marduk survived the Second War, causing great death and suffering with his foul, rune-laden sword. Although Marduk still lives, his sword was lost in a battle near Corin's Cross. A dwarf captain shattered the sword on his enchanted shield, forcing Marduk to flee the field and winning the day for the Alliance. Marduk's sword sank into the earth and corrupted it, eating a gorge into the land, now known as the Infectus Scar. Oh, that's sick. So the area of the Infectus Scar is actually Marduk's sword, or like remnants of that sword being broken and tainting the land. The fate of Davil Lightforge. Davil Lightforge died at the Battle of Darrowshire, but his bravery inspired the Alliance throughout the war. His book, his Paladin's Librum, was recovered by Scarlet Crusade troops. It now resides in the town hall of the Scarlet Crusade, controlled Hearthglen, often read by Crusaders eager to draw from Davil's strength. The fate of Joseph Redpath. Joseph Redpath was killed during the Battle of Darrowshire. His spirit was corrupted and took new shape, and this creature spread great evil in Lordaeron. At Garon's Withering, east of Anderhall, the corrupted Redpath was finally defeated by Alliance forces. His shield still rests near the barn of the plagued farmstead, and the Scourge minions are still drawn to the memory of his evil. The fate of Carlin Redpath. Brother to Captain Joseph Redpath. Carlin fell during the Battle of Darrowshire, but although terribly wounded, he was not slain. Days after the battle, agents of the Argent Dawn found Carlin wandering, weak from thirst and fever, near Corin's Cross. They tended to his wounds and brought him to the Light's Hope Chapel. Grateful for their charity, Carlin joined the ranks of the Argent Dawn and now fights a battle of revenge against the Scourge. So this is Carlin here, his brother, right?
What can I do for you? See you later.
You've come from the west. How fare the rest of the Lordaeron? So yeah, we've already seen it. Tearsfall's already fulfilled, brother.
What is this book? The Annals of Darrowshire? That was my home before the war. My home before the battle that destroyed it. Why did you bring me this book? But look here. At the end, there are pages that tell tales of the days beyond the battle. Here is a passage about me, and one about my brother Joseph. Is this book true? We must discover the truth. The Annals of Darrowshire tells of the villains of that battle. It tells how the ghoul Lord Horgus the Ravager was destroyed by Alliance forces during the battle. His body was cast into a lake northwest of Corrin's Crossing, and his skull remains there. Marduk the Black was never defeated, but his fabled sword was shattered and lost. It lies at the bottom of the gorge west of Corrin's Crossing. Retrieve these items, adventurer. I know not why, but I am certain their fate lies with you.
This doesn't seem to be an elite quest, so this is the villains of Darrowshire. And then we also have the heroes of Darrowshire.
The heroes of Darrowshire hold a place in my heart, and the book you brought me, The Annals of Darrowshire, tells their tales. It tells of the Paladin Davil Lightfire and how the Crusade took his Libram to the Town Hall of Hearthglen. Its passages also speak of my brother, Captain Redpath. After his betrayal, his shield was cracked and discarded, and now lies in the most unlikely of places, near the barn of Geron's Withering. Gather these relics, adventurer, for fate and tragedy surrounds them.
I'm actually really glad that we reread that book, because taking these quests is a lot more relevant now. Okay, so we have a lot to do here. So this is the Pestilent Scar. This is not what we're looking for, but I do need to kill every carrion grub that we see. So let's pop on some poisons. Let's use a stamina food. Start cutting them up. We're playing a little earlier than I usually play today, just because I'm on a very early morning schedule. So, oh, this is not good. I did not mean to fall in here. Let's get away from these living oozes and just kind of ignore them for now. I don't need noxious plague bats, but I do need these carrion grubs. Still in combat, really? There we go. We're not going to dagger dance on the grubs, we're just going to bleed them. I don't really need to kite them out, and... What is it? Yeah, there we go, F4. Is what I have this set to. Show enemy nameplates. Got a piece right there, that's nice. Regular plague hounds, we need these as well. I gotta stop doing that. I forget I have I have auto loot on this character. On some of the other characters that I've been playing recently, I don't have it on. And actually, I should probably turn it off and get used to not having it on. Just to loot specific items that I want. Is that a rare? It is. Gish the Unmoving. 3k. He's got a Gargoyle, Strike, and a Rend. Should be pretty easy. Kick that. It's probably just a Shadow Bolt. Swashbucklers, Shoulder Pads of Intelligence. Intellect. Leather. 18 int. Those... It's a gold at least, I guess. I feel like they would sell pretty well to like a boomkin or something if I could post them on the auction house, but... Alright, I guess I should just kill grubs and playgrounds as I like see them and not actively look for them, and just do other things. And then whenever I see them, while I'm doing other things like this, just kill them on the way, right? Probably didn't need to adrenaline rush there, but that's nice. Now I just need to remember that everything in this zone is just nasty against me. Physical damage taken is increased, my damage is reduced, right? Like, it's just, everything's designed to just screw me over, so I need to move with caution. We'll keep the wolf meat, we'll keep the tender wolf meat, red wolf meat, tender wolf meat. So yeah, I think we'll be done with this series by 150. I don't think we'll go past 150. We're on 143 right now, and like I said, we have a little bit left to do in the EPL, and then a few other like loose ends in like Felwood, Moonglade, Ungoro, and then Silithus is the last like main big hub that we have. So in 7 episodes, I'm gonna try and have everything wrapped up. And if there's anything that's like extremely grindy, like a quest that I'm noticing is taking a lot of time or whatever, I won't do the actual grind on the recording, but we'll do accepting the quest and showing a little bit of the grind and then turning it in, right? But yeah, after we finish the rogue and we get to like 150 and all the quests are done, we'll probably start up the druid pretty soon. I think I'm ready to start on the next character relatively soon. But we'll see. I'm not gonna set that in stone. Dang, there's a lot of grubs around here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to try a different character to start learning druid. I think druid's gonna be a lot of fun. I want to learn paladin. Paladin's easy, but there's some skill ceiling to learning how to like seal twist and you know, being efficient with your mana and limit testing on like exactly how much can you pull because you're good with your mana and the way that you built, right? Like there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, especially when you're taking out endgame and group content. When you're just doing the world solo, it's literally your, like the world is it's your oyster. Like you can build however you want. You can build a prot holy hybrid, you could build Ret Holy Hybrid, you could build full Holy Shakadin and, you know, have to drink after every pull, but I'll probably build some kind of like Holy Prot hybrid with like Consecrate, some defensive gear, but also the ability to like heal myself pretty well, have like good mana, some decent spell power, and just kind of be this like sick Paladin of Light. Yeah, the Paladin will probably come after the Shaman. I think we're doing Rogue, Druid, so we go Rogue on Horde, Druid on Alliance, Shaman on Horde, which is like the hero class of Classic, and then Paladin on Alliance, which is like the Alliance side of the hero class, right? Horde's hero class is Shaman, Alliance hero class is Paladin. That's how I've always looked at it, because those classes are just, you know, so good on both sides compared to some of the other classes. Obviously, Warrior is king of like tank and DPS because they're just, the damage that they put out is crazy. But so yeah, we'll do the hero classes kind of like at the same time, and then from there we go down to a lot of the other classes that I haven't really played. like the Hunter and you know, the Shadow Priest is probably what I'll play, and so those are all going to be really fun and interesting to learn how they play. Hunter I'm really excited for because there's a lot of mastery to Hunter. I was never a big pet class person. I don't really like having a pet and controlling a pet. It's kind of annoying to me, but it's something that you can learn that there's some skill to. I was messing with a Hunter recently, and I realized like, oh, there's actually a lot of like unique skill to this, and there's some cool stuff here. So okay, we got all the plague hounds. Just need the grubs. Horgus's skull is in this lake over here. This is Blackwood Lake, apparently. So I'm guessing this might have been the village that... Well, it's definitely not might have been. It is the village that we read about. Wow, that's really cool. What's this down here? Spirits? Spectral defenders? I don't like that. This makes me nervous. Where's the silver hand? I'm going for the skull. Shit. It didn't let me loot it. I'm out. I don't know what that was. There was like some battle going on between maybe some kind of spectral beings trying to protect Horgus's skull, but... Where's the silver hand? We need their help! The Alliance has abandoned us. Is this like a projection of the past playing out in front of me kind of thing? Like, I don't... We also need frenzied plague hounds, so keep our eyes out for those. More grubs. Big grubs. I really hate fighting the carrion devourers, the grubs, all these different mobs in the zone because they just have these nasty diseases that last so long. 30 minutes? At least we're up to 9. I thought that carrion meat might take a little longer, but it's kind of getting sped up here. There we go. There's a frenzied. And I'm going to pull it with the grub here, I think. Be ready to use a potion. Just go ahead and use it just to be safe. Oh, my healing is actually reduced, I think. I should have used my evasion right out the gate in this zone. I don't need to be messing with risks. If I'm going to pull multiple mobs, I need to use my cooldowns. Don't get greedy here. God, I feel like if that... It felt like that potion healed for nothing. I mean, it healed me for 830, so... It's not nothing. That's actually a good roll for a potion. It's like right in the middle. Let's wait for that Shrieker to pass. Where is... So Redpath's shield is way down here. There's the Shattered Sword of Marduk. In here, the Infectus Scar. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, Marduk was probably a sick Death Knight. Two pieces of meat right there, that's huge. God bless. Let's just keep it slow and steady. Nice, another piece of meat. I'm also realizing, why is this... Where is... How do I display it as like my own... Health bar shows as percentages. Hang on here, hang on here. What do we... PvE? I mean... Health percentages? I don't know. I feel like maybe me downloading Ultra changed it. There we go. Give me both. That's what I want. I like to see both. There we go. That's what I needed. We did that for... We had none of that for 30 minutes, and that's why it felt off. I was like, man, I don't like not being able to see exactly how much health I'm at. Imagine playing Ultra. But at least you have the darkness to kind of guide you on when you're low, but... Try and find a few more of these, yep, Frenzied Plague Hounds. If I can just get 4 more, I'll at least be done with that quest too. We'll go get Marduk's Shattered Sword, the remains of his sword. We only need 3 more pieces of the carrion meat, which is nice too. There's another one, and another one, and some carrion, and another one. Okay, that's all. Just be mindful of the range around me. Bit of an overkill on that rupture, but... Yep. It's alright, we can just cut this thing down real quick. 1 point of rupture is really all we need. These things die fast enough, but having the 1 is just enough, I feel like, to help get us there, right? Like, maybe a 2 point could be okay. Let's go ahead and heal. That's 3, that's 4, and then we go for the carrions, or that's 3, that's 4. It doesn't really matter, but... I've got cooldowns here. I should probably get both these if I can here. Use the combo points, switch targets, because this was the one that I opened on, so it should die no matter what with the AoE. They're both enraged, but that's okay. We're dodging basically everything. That's 4 and 5. They're good. We're just done now. That's good. A little bit more of this carrion meat. Pulled this thing at 60% health. Maybe I should have slowed down and healed up, but I think we'll be okay. It's just... I don't want to have to use a potion, but I think we're okay.
Health warning.
228. That poison hit me for. Okay, that's 13. 2 more pieces of meat. We're good. Nice, 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 nice. Things are going good. I'm feeling the hardcore again. I'm not gonna lie, I took a little bit of a hiatus there because I was just, you know, we got to the end and I was good, but I'm starting to feel it again. That itch. That only hardcore scratches. Be crazy if this worm gave me 2 pieces of meat right now. I know it's asking for a lot. You've been very, you know, gracious to me, but it'd be really cool. Just saying. 1. Okay, you know, I'm happy with 1. Thank you very much. I mean, while we're up here, I feel like maybe we should just go ahead and try and take out these path striders and woodsmen and stuff. Let's not pull this thing all the way through the woods, because I don't really know what's in front of me. Actually, let's pull this thing all the way through the woods, because I do know what's in front of me, and I want to get the hell out of here. Man, having the heavy rune cloth bandages are so nice, and we need to go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, no wait, I can't. Come on, come on, come on, don't slow me. North Pass Tower. Oh, I don't have thrown on. I forgot we had our gun. That's right, we're working on gun skill. We need to get that up as well, too. 2 shots. Give me the kidney. Big kidney. Whew. Just in case.
Health warning.
Scary, scary, scary. Slip back into the shadows. What do we have here? 8, 8, and 8 is 24 mobs total. Bat ear. Oh, okay, I thought I pulled that thing. I was like, come on, man. Chris Golden Light and Aurora Skycaller. Blood elves. Please leave this place, Bale. You know nothing of what troubles us. Sorry, ladies. I'll leave you alone. So it's nice that our instant poison at this point is kind of lasting throughout the entire duration. Like, I don't have to... I'm not going to use all of the charges. I think we like run out of our duration before we use all the charges. There's no way you hit me from there. This is actually not bueno. See how we saved the riposte there because I knew she was basically dead, so might as well get the value on him. Concussive shot, multi-shot, and shoot. So they don't have an execute. At least the rangers don't. The woodsmen have sunder armor. The path striders have a fairy fire, which I should kick because it's going to mess up my invisibility. That's right, I forgot we have these dusk steel throwing knives from turning in those lockpick, or those unopened lockpick chests, or lock chests? Chest locked? I don't know. Honestly, the play might be to sap one of these guys and go for the other. I actually think that is the play. It's much easier to deal with just one, especially if I get a riposte. There we go. Yeah, that just cuts so much of their damage off when I can just, you know, take their weapon out of their hands. What do we have here? 20 seconds. Let's just use the time to regen a little bit naturally. I don't because I'm in combat. That's right. Oh, shit. Okay, this is bad. Let's just dip out of here and reset real quick. Patrols, what are you gonna do? Don't. Okay. Nice. But I do not finish casting that fairy fire on me. Now we're regenning. We'll just wait for her to move up a little bit. That way we don't pull him, turn him around. Check her pockets. Kick that, make sure we kick that. Make it a conscious effort to save my energy so I can always kick when I'm fighting these Path Striders. I feel like pulling at 60% life is like the very lowest I'm willing to pull with like my life total. Let's go ahead and nibble. Still got a little bit of time left. Let's go for the Path Strider first, I think. Deep fried plantains, yuck, that's what we want. Wait, how much do they sell for? 2 silver? Eh. Kick it. Watch for patrols, looks like we're good. Disarmor. It's only got an offhand. Let my energy come back real quick. We have remorselessness and go. Didn't get the crit, but that's okay. 3-point slice. It's a bit of overkill, I think, honestly, for this guy. Yeah, should have been 2-point slice, 2-point rupture. I had 6 seconds left on that slice by the time I killed him. Oops. Get our life back. Bags are always full. It's the name of the game in Classic. Especially in Hardcore, where if you're like me, you're prepped out of your mind. Like to have gizmos and gadgets. I love being the engineer. 3 silver on the pickpocket, 2 silver. Doesn't really matter which one we go for here, so. Actually, I had cooldowns. I probably should have just, you know, fought them both at the same time, but looks like patrol of 3 coming. Or there is a patrol of 3 up here, so maybe I save my cooldowns for those guys. This disease is almost gone. That'll be really nice. 50 attack power is really annoying to lose. I can cannibalize him though while I'm in combat. Let my energy come back. Get a quick heal in combat. Should take me to full. Or just about there. Yeah, 90%. 2 points? 3 points. Come on. That's how you know I'm rusty. I'm just like spamming Sinister Strike when I should be thinking about what I'm doing with my energy. See, that's a bad rupture. He's at 20%. Why am I rupturing? He's dead in 2 melees, basically. Instead, use that combo point to eviscerate. Use that energy to eviscerate. Use that energy to Sinister Strike. You know what I mean? Like, just better ways to play it. And that's honestly something that I have a lot of fun with as I play WoW. The older I get, is like, I've played it for so long. I know kind of, you know, what to expect and what to do for the most part, but it's just fun to, Ranger Lord Hawkspear, a rare, 60 rare. It's just fun to try and like master a class or ways to play like as you're playing, because it gives you something to do. Now the question is, do I use cooldowns here and try and just Zerg him down with these two? Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, if I do that, I need to thin this place out. This is tricky, man. This is gonna be dangerous. Let's just observe his path real quick. Does he come back to the center? No. So he goes technically to the right, center, left, back to the right. So after his next trip to the center here, I'm going to clear these guys out, and then when he comes back to the center on his own again, we'll take him on. I'm going to try and just pull one of these guys if I can. Like one at a time at least, but... Damn. God, these guys hit hard.
Health warning.
See, he's about to run back over here. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to kill this guy really quickly before he gets over here. Might have to vanish. Come on. It's not gonna happen. Come on, kill him.
Health warning.
Just had to vanish. But at least we're set up for the kill next time. I just have no cooldowns. Alright. Let's use stamina food, some of the best we have, the tender wolf steak. Let's get buffed up. We won't have evasion, we won't have adrenaline rush, we will have tidal charm, blade flurry, target dummy, health potion. I don't think he's gonna run, so I'm just gonna use double instant poison. Level 6. Okay. Let's be ready here. We also have a mechanical yeti if we need. These two are kind of on a bad path right now for me, if I'm being honest. But I need to hurry up and pull them before these three respawn. Here's what we do. Let the energy come back. Go. Save the bomb actually, since I got a riposte strike. Put a bleed. Oh, this guy's getting destroyed. Pull him back a little bit, just in case. Now we bomb because he's got his weapons back. Nice. Mighty arm splints of spirit? Yuck. Awful, awful gear. But it's a gold piece, I guess, so. Alright. And it was a fun challenge having to clear these guys out, but now I'm kind of in the thick of it. My worry here is aggro range. Quilithian Protector. Like if I grab this ranger, I think I grab the others. Maybe what if I... Yeah, see, look how far that aggro range is. Can I maybe get him? Yeah, there we go. So I just want to pull you back a little bit. Fight you out here on the ledge. So it seems like the registry is actually, oh, over by the protectors. That makes sense. I'd have to kill them. Maybe it's somewhere on the bookshelf. So I think I want to do the same thing to this ranger here. Just kind of range pull him and then get him to come melee me. Hurry up, because these guys have, their bodies have despawned, so they're gonna respawn soon, I think. Need to pull this guy back a little bit though. I don't know. You wanna melee me. Stay in your dead zone. Go ahead and eat. Yeah, it says the registry is here, so it must be either on the protectors or on the bookshelf that they're guarding, or that's the actual item there. So I just about have my cooldowns. These guys are pathing back. Looks like we're gonna go now. And actually I'm gonna buy myself some time with that distract. That's the registry, okay. Alright, I bought myself a decent bit of time. Messed that up a little bit, but not too bad. Nice. A little bit of rune cloth, get the book. Just in time. Ho, 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 ho. That was close. Now I do need the path striders and the rangers, but I'm not ready for them. I just use my cooldowns. Okay. Everything's respawning at this point, so I'm gonna slip back onto the ledge. What do we need? 2 woodsmen, so after this 1 woodsman, 3 rangers, and mostly the path striders. Okay. That's a ranger for us right there. Should be careful. Stay in his dead spot, pull him back into the woods. So in case you didn't know, ranged in classic, like hunters, anyone that uses a ranged weapon, there's like a dead spot. If you're too close to them, they can't actually use their ranged weapon. They have to get a little bit of distance from you. Same mobs work the same way that are like rangers or mostly ranged based mobs. If you stay in their dead spot, if they're not using magic, if they're like actually shooting, you can stay in their dead spot, manipulate them into having to melee you. This is our final woodsman. I think we're gonna have time today to just finish this quest and then possibly get the Shattered Sword of Marduk, but we are running low on time. I could play probably like an hour and 15, so we could probably get Marduk's sword and then possibly Redpath's shield and just kind of be done with a good bit, but we'll continue on tomorrow. I'm getting the itch for hardcore again, which is really nice. It's a risky pull. Let's go ahead and do it though. Burning through my food here, but I mean that's, I guess, to be expected. I don't have much inventory space with all this junk, these quest items and these like reputation items and stuff that I'm like, maybe I want to hold on to them, maybe I don't. Okay, I actually want these two. I'm gonna use my cooldowns on these two. And then I want those two when they come back, I think. So distract them here. Make sure I save the energy to kick her Fairy Fire. Or just take her out, disarm Mew. Plenty of time, still far away. Another Path Strider right there. This is our final Ranger. So really we just need Path Striders. 4 more to be exact. I don't think I'm going to be able to separate them. Like, I don't think I could use Distract and split them up. No matter how I... Oh! I'd say no matter how I cut it. But it's not going to last long enough. Might give me enough time to, like, Zerg her down, though. Or at least get a lead on her. Oh, he's just going to go the other way. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Master Rogue gameplay right there. He got distracted and forgot about his girl. Damn, that's crazy. See, and that's why. Armor reduced by 1392. That's so much. Alright, well, we're gonna wait for that to fall off. I have no armor, by the way, now, so that's brutal. But the big one is I can't stealth. So my like biggest tool is screwed. I need 3. This could be 1, but I'll pull both of them if I pull these 3, so I kind of want to just ignore that one. Okay, 2 Path Striders. None down here though, huh? No. Make sure. Okay, that's our last one right there. God, this one took forever to kill. I messed that up. I wasn't ready for Gouge to miss there. Clutched up in a bad situation though. I let her cast the Fairy Fire while I was channeling my bandage, and then at the very last second we canceled the bandage and kicked it. Let's go ahead and cannibalize, get our health back. And this is our final Path Strider. Maybe I go get Hamia's key real quick too. Damn it. Tell you what. I've messed this all up. Yeah, played that pretty poorly. Had to use cooldowns because I panicked. Alright, I think I'm just gonna run past this guy. Hopefully he doesn't dismount me. Let's go try and get Hamia's key real quick too. I just, you know, we might as well, I feel like. While we're over here. Come on. Let me out of combat. There we go. Wow, rich thorium, that's huge. Happy with that. All right, well, we get, that's a 4-piece there. We got 4 pieces of thorium and 4 dense stone. 5 dense stone? Yeah. All right, we're gonna sneak up into the camp up here, I think. Zol Mashar. Seems to be the right place. Oh, Warlord Thresh Jin. He's got a Whirlwind, Hamstring, Shadow Shot. I'm more than likely gonna pull 4 here. If I pull this guy, that's the only issue I don't really like. Maybe on the way back down when I have evasion, but I also might need evasion to fight this Hamia. Oh, look at this. Okay, where's Hamia? Another rare. The Zolberin Warp Branch. Another mob surrounded by multiple mobs. Hamia's Plea. I guess let me add Hamia to the target macro. Not picking up on her. Mazra Allure. This isn't like something that I need to interrupt, right? I buried a chest in the dirt next to a wagon behind this crypt, but only my key will open it. I have the key. If you want my treasure, then find me. Oh shit. Wait, Hamiya. But there is so many. Moss flares here. I don't like this at all. Maybe I can get over to the side here and pull them away. Or maybe there'll be an opening here. Yes, just you. So use my range. And use my cooldowns here to get as much energy back as I can so I can kill you as quickly as possible. Two-minute Dark Plague. Okay, we got the key. I think for me, Rich Thorium. Shit. It's a 2-minute. Oh, dude, it's a disease. I can't stealth for 2 minutes. This is bad. This makes me just want to get the hell out of here. $50 seconds. Let's just chill. We'll go for the rich thorium. I could probably kill you. Hex, healing wave, chain lightning. Hex is kind of scary. It's these two afterwards that I'm kind of worried about. Damn it. 18 seconds. I keep forgetting about it. And okay, we can go. Holy. The plague lands, man, I hate it. Oh, and there's a chest here too. How the hell do I get up here? I'll tell you what, we'll probably do the other stuff next time. I think I'm just gonna get this thorium and hearth. Because our bags are full and we've gotten a good bit done. This will probably be just a 2-piece? Okay, fair enough. Alright, I mean, a lot of the map is now clear, which is really nice. We're going to turn things in next time because Light's Hope is actually...
Rest your weary bones for a spell.
Of course, of course. Light's Hope is actually not our Hearth 1, but also isn't where we turn these quests in at, so... Let's make sure we have everything sold that we need to sell, keep everything that we want to keep, and alright, not a bad afternoon back. Let's go for the third coffin, as we always do, hit a little sleep, and we will continue on next time. We've only got, you know, a handful of quests left, I think, at this point, so I'll see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out, peace and love, and God bless, gamers.